Biesell and Schmidt on forwards. Schroeder and Rohe on defense. Puck drop. Thunder Bay Hornets are going to take advantage of it and get a shot on goal deflected by Miller. Goes into the corner. Two Hornets go down looking for the puck. Rohe trying to battle it out, getting it out. Hornets pushes it over to Rohe. Roy's going to skate out with it, passing it up. A trip going on. Rohe battling it out. Hornets going to take it back on the corner. And too much sauce on the Twisters. It's going to go down for an icing. Change coming out with Zastrow, Anderson, and Ferguson on forwards. Johnson and Nelson, I believe, back on defense. Zastrow's coming up with it, enters the zone, gets the puck, passes man, gets behind the net. Ferguson's there, gets a good centering option, but unfortunately gets a little bit too much, and the Hornets take advantage. Hornets enter the zone. Centering option, cup, out, saved by Miller. Hornets still taking possession. Block shot. Shot blocked by Zastrow. Ferguson picking up the puck. Battle along the boards in the neutral zone. Puck is down there somewhere. Hornets are going to take victorious on that as they exit the neutral zone back into the Twister zone. Centering option. Covered by Miller. Line change Phenow coming out for the drop. Moroni on a wing along with Weber. Puck drop, Hornets take it back. Passing it back to the blue line. Going to see a shot. Goes high into the netting, out of play. Biesell and not sure who's on defense. Puck drop, Hornets passing it back to the line. Now it's going to go push on it. But they're going to dump it into the back of the net. Weber's off to the races. Time of his man. Hornets going to shoot it back to the other corner. Pass back to the blue line. Twister's still trying to clear the zone. Doesn't quite get it cleared. Shot on goal goes wide. Hornets there to collect at the blue line. And still has possession. Down in front of the net, good centering option, but missed on that opportunity. Weber had an advantage of the puck and turned over to Moroni. Hornets took back in possession in the neutral zone, entered the zone with the centering pass. Centering pass goes right into the center, and shot goes high over the net. Biesell coming in for a shot potential. Covered by the Tendy. Good opportunity for the Twisters there. 12-13 left in the first period. Rohe coming up for the drop. Biesell on the wing. Hornets will take the drop. Circling behind the net. Coming out of the zone. Passing out front center. Nobody there. Got a breakaway. Takes a shot. Saved by Miller. Loose puck still. Doesn't see it. Covered by Miller. Couple close saves for the Twisters. Face-off still sitting around the center drop area. Centering option. We see a shot on goal, and there's the first goal for the Hornets. 11:41 into the first period. Number 14 on Hornets. This is a 2012-2013 lead. Hornets push into the zone, and we're going to take advantage and still continue with the zone. We're going to see a shot on goal, goes behind the net. Around the boards, Hornets picks it up. Ferguson there to block the shot and trying to get it clear. Does get it clear. Anderson racing up to the puck, but Hornets pick it up. Hornets taking possession in the neutral zone. Blocked on a good pass from Zastrow, but Hornets still taking possession in the neutral zone. Penalty coming in on the Twisters. Good hooking. This will put the Twisters on a penalty kill. Unsure who's going in the box. It will be Schroeder. Four-on-five hockey here from the Twisters, down 1. 2 minutes on the board. Heavy defense expected by the Twisters. Puck drop. Hornets are going to grab that, looking for a one-timer with a tip. They will put one more in the back of the net. Schroeder will come out of the box after serving their 6-second penalty. Biesell and Schmidt out on forwards. Nelson and Johnson on defense. Just waiting for the penalty to be cleared off the board, which it now is. Twisters had the puck at the face-off, but Hornets are now taking possession, high sticking on Twisters. Will stop the play outside the zone. Rohe's going to get out with it, pushes it up. Good Schmidt. Schmidt had possession, left behind with the Hornets, and Rohe tried to pick it up. Still a battle along the neutral zone, figuring out who's going to take advantage, and that is going to be definitely Nelson coming into the zone, looking for potential centering option. Doesn't quite make it there as it gets knocked away by a Hornet. Hornets taking possession, clearing the zone. Coming through neutral zone, Johnson picks it up just as the Hornets come in. No icing as Biesell beats off the Hornets, looks for a centering option, passes it back to Rohe. Rohe can push it in, and no. Glove 5 intended for the Hornets. Line change coming up for the Twisters. Phenow, Weber, Moroni on forwards. DeZeeuw and Schmidt on defense. Face off, Hornets take possession. They have a breakaway. Shot on goal, goes wide. Weber trying to get to the puck. Hornets on him. And Hornets taking it back out of the zone. Shot on goal gets deflected. Moroni pushes it out. Just doesn't get quite out of the zone. But now the Twisters do get out of the zone as the Hornets have to take up. He's quickly done. Great skate on DeZeeuw. Pushes it out of the zone as Hornets have to tie up. And they're going to dump it in. It's Schmidt. Schmidt's looking for somebody to pass it up to. Pass it up to Phenow. Phenow is coming up through neutral zone. Going to try dumping it in. Hornets are going to be picking that back up behind the corner. Moroni trying to push the issue, but they pass it up. Nobody there at the blue line. The Twisters are going to have to take back up. Hornets taking possession in the neutral zone and entering our zone. Schmidt around to the boards looking for Anderson. Tags up with Anderson. Anderson's got it in the neutral zone. But Hornets are right there with them. As Twisters do a quick line change, they're going to see Hornets take a shot on goal and covered by Miller. .8:02 left in the first period. Shot on goal gets deflected out to the corner by Miller. Roy's going to pick it up in the corner, but battling out with Hornet, tries to dump it out, and Hornet grabs it up and takes a shot on goal, goes behind the net. Ferguson trying to pass it up to Anderson, doesn't quite make it there. Hornet's going to pick it up, centering option, is going to see a shot on goal. Saved by Miller, still loose puck, gets clear, gets a stick on it from Hornets, icing waved off. We got a few Twisters off to the races. Ferguson and Anderson meeting up with the Hornets behind the net. Hornets are going to try to round their boards, but Zastrow's there to pick it up. Zastrow's going to take a shot, hits a Hornet. Ferguson's got the puck now. Gets put right into the boards. Pinned down. Zastrow picks up the loose puck as it gets knocked out, but the Hornets get it. Race off to the horses here with Schroeder. Schroeder is going to get called on a penalty on tripping. Not too thrilled about the tripping call with this, as it definitely looked like it was going for the puck, not the player. Twisters down in a penalty kill, 4-on-5 hockey. Roy's going to be taking the drop. Hornets gets possession. Slow roller back to the blue line as a shot goes wide. Schmidt on her man. Another shot. Back of the net. Hornets up 3, Twisters 0. See Schroeder back out of the box for 17 seconds. 5-on-5 hockey. Hornets take the win on the face-off. We'll see a shot on goal. Drop. Hornets picking it up. dump it in. Nelson picks it up behind the net. Pass up to Rohe. Hornets grab the stick on it and push it deep into the corner. And we're going to see Nelson pick it up back in our zone, trying to get it cleared, but does get it past a Hornet. Up somewhere in here, there it is. Hornets got possession. Biesell trying to battle it out. Hornets behind the net, back in the corner. Goes in the box. We're going to see 5-on-5 hockey still. We got one for Rohe and one for the Hornets. Now takes a drop. Now knocks it loose from the Twisters, dumps it back in deep in the corner. Trying to clear it, but right into the Twister. We're going to see a shot on goal. Not covered, loose puck still covered by Miller. As the Hornets had to tie up, shot out to try to clear the puck by Weber. Schmidt's got up in the corner, tying up his man. Looks like the Hornets trying to get a centering pass, but didn't get quite there. But Weber trying to get it back out. Hornets still in possession, takes a shot from the blue line, gloved by Miller. Here in the Twisters, 4:31 left in the first. Won the faceoff, took a shot, goes high over the net, takes another shot, saved by Miller. Zastrow to be able to clear. Ferguson able to pick it up, off to the races. The Hornets do tie him up, looking for the puck underneath one of the Hornets. Try to clear, does get cleared. Schroeder racing off to it, but the Hornets do beat him. Hornets has a pass, but just gets past their man. It's in the corner. Hornets looking to pass back, saved by Miller. Still loose puck. Zastrow's got it. Hornets are going to pick back up. Takes a shot, saved by Miller. Rohe's got the puck. Trying to pass up to Zastrow, couldn't quite make it. Hornets take another shot, goes wide. Ferguson got a stick on it, I think, when the Hornets had possession. Went over to the other side. Zastrow picked it up, passed it over to Anderson. Just bounced off the stick. And the Hornets will take it back out of the zone. Anderson trying to battle along with the boards, does get it loose. And tries to dump it in, but Hornets are picking it up as Twisters are going to be doing a quick lane change. Hornets are entering the zone. Going to see a shot on goal. Saved by Miller and then covered. .306 first. Hornets take a shot from the blue line as they won the face-off wide of the net. Hornets still taking possession. Biesell pushing this puck around, but Hornets still taking possession behind the net, bringing it back around to the blue line. Lining up for a slap shot. Covered by Miller. Face-off won by the Hornets. Try to take a shot, hits off the stick of Biesell. It's high in the air, covered again by Miller. Johnson has the puck, trying to run the boards, back over to Nelson. Nelson's going to try to get a stick on it. Hornets there to press the issue. They're tying up Nelson. Rohe's going to grab the puck and try to skate out with it. Trying to pass it out, but it doesn't quite get there as the Hornets had it. Hornets got to take back up as an offsides. Johnson's going to be able to skate the puck out. Passes it over to Schmidt. Schmidt takes a little too much sauce for icing. Taking a drop. Hornets trying to battle it through. They're going to get a piece of it for a one-timer, but goes behind the net. Nelson's going to pick it up behind the net. Hornets coming up on him, but couldn't quite make it. Nelson had a great opportunity, but got broken up by a few Hornets as he entered in the zone. And Hornets took possession. Coming back into our zone, skating around with it. Centering option, but nobody there. Gonna see a shot. It's tipped up over to the net. Loose puck still in the slot. Hornets are gonna take another opportunity for a shot, and they do put one in. Taking a drop from Sisters. Zastrow picking it up. Zastrow's going to take a shot. Hits off the Hornet, goes wide. Hornets taking possession, skating around, but gets loose puck. Zastrow puts a stick on it, but Hornets still taking it out of the zone. We got DeZeeuw and Schmidt on defense. Shot on goal, saved by Miller. Face-off won by the Hornets. As the Hornets took a shot, Zastrow got in the middle of it. He is still down at this point. think he took it into the midsection. No player wants to get hit. Boy, taking a drop for the Twisters. Hornets can pass it back to the blue line. We do get a clear. Hornets trying to get it. Schmidt gets her man and pushes it deep in, and then race off to the puck, get their first center. Great centering option, but nobody there for the Twisters as Hornets did pick it up. Hornets coming through the neutral zone. Saved by Miller. I believe a penalty for cross-checking coming in. Twisters down another man with Schmidt going in. Penalty kills going on for the next 2 minutes. Hornets win the face-off. Great glove on Rohe to try to push it down from the shot. Shot goes on goal, saved by Miller. Gets knocked over the corner. We are trying to get the puck iced, wasting time here, but the Hornets are going to take it off of him. Saved by Miller again, saved by Miller. And covered by Miller. 0.4 seconds left for the first period. Try to get one last shot off, but that will be the end of the first. Twisters at 0, Hornets at 5. Unsure the time that we'll be playing tomorrow. Heavy assumption about 11:45. Do check in with family members though for that official game start time. Second period coming at you. 15 minutes on the clock. Again, the score 0 for the Twisters, 5 for the Hornets. Shots on goal, 28 for the Hornets, 3 for the Twisters. Hornets win the faceoff, coming into the zone. They're going to see a shot, and nope, trying to get an over center pass for the Hornets, but no go. Trying to wrap around. running time with a 6-0 lead. Got that face off, but the Twisters were able to dump it into the zone. Roy's off to the races. But Hornets still taking it out of the zone. We got Johnson trying to tie up his man. You see a shot on goal, goes behind the net, wide. Rounding him out, back to the blue line. Hornets picking it up. Twisters trying to clear, doesn't quite get the clear. Back to the Hornets. Hornets skating it up. Gets tied up with a number of Twisters in the center there. Johnson's going to try skating it out. And Hornets taking possession behind the net. Now forces off and gets him off the puck. And Biesell's going to come in trying to grab it, but Hornets just gets a good stick on it. One-man rush here as the Hornets coming in, skating around. And forcing turnover for the Twisters, but the Hornets are going to pick it up on their... We do have another man down. Weber is down. Minutes on the board, still remaining for the second period. Face-off, Hornets going to take possession. Shot gets deflected by Moroni as it goes wide in the corner. Hornets still picking it up. Hornets centering pass, going to see a shot go off, goes above the net again. Hornets picking it up in the corner. Nelson putting his body on his man in the corner. Centering option intercepted by Johnson. Johnson's going to try to force it out. Does get a good bounce out. Moroni's there. Looks up for Anderson. Anderson gets it. Moroni's going to take a shot on goal. Gets a pad on from the goaltender and puts it in the corner. And Hornets do clear, but Anderson's going to pick it up in neutral zone. Get a good clear, but got a race off for the puck. Nelson up to Ferguson, Ferguson up to Moroni. Moroni's going to grab and neutral ice. Quick line change as Zastrow comes out. Skating hard like no injury was there at all. As got to play heads-up hockey, ran into him, bounced back. Twisters again trying to clear. Shot on goal, gets a pad on it, and the goaltender puts it in the corner. Zastrow still didn't put battle on it. Tries to put it in a good option, but just doesn't make it there. Ferguson picks it up in the corner. Back to Zastrow. Anderson's got the puck. Takes a shot, trying to get a tip from Zastrow, but no goal. Hornets are going to clear the zone. Taking it back through the neutral zone. Got one-on-one hockey, pushed away by Johnson. Anderson's going to pick up around the boards. Anderson. Zastrow picking up right along the blue lines. Tries to get a shot in, but Hornets are going to pick it up. 10:23 left in the second period. Ferguson tying up his man. Zastrow able to pick it up. off the stick of the Hornets. Anderson almost picked it up, but got back possession for the Hornets. Zastrow skating in front, tried to get off sides for the Hornets. Just under 10 minutes here in the second period. Rohe taking the drop for the Twisters. Twisters taking it through the neutral zone. Biesell's got it tied up. Got lost between some skates of the Hornets. Hornets pushing over to the side. Hornets not sure what to do with Schmidt right on him. Hornets trying to push it up. And good clear by the Twisters. Icing waved off, didn't have enough speed. Biesell coming up trying to push on it. Hornets push it up a little too far. DeZeeuw put a stick on it, but Hornets are still going to get possession. Takes a shot and saved by Miller. Twisters do get the clear on the face-off. Hornets have to tag up. Miscommunication on both teams. They left it out center, but Hornets coming into the zone. Gets tied up. Gets a good clear on the Twisters. Schmidt off to the races with Rohe, but Hornets did get a stick on it in neutral zone, but were able to dump it in. I believe Rohe did. Biesell trying to battle it out behind the net. Hornets looking for that pass opportunity. Doesn't quite get there. Biesell puts a stick on it, shoots it up front. Ferguson takes a shot on the goal. It's saved. Hornets rounding the boards, trying to get back there out of the zone. And they do finally clear the zone. Back in the zone, able to pop it back through the neutral zone. Offsides on the Twisters. Taking a drop. Hornets take successful on the drop, entering the zone. You see a shot on goal, saved by Miller. 6 minutes, 50 seconds in the second period. Taking possession, dumps it down in the corner. Schroeder there to grab the puck. Hornets battling out, looking for a centering option, but Ferguson there to intercept. Hornets still taking back possession. Pass out front. Ferguson taking possession. He's skating out of the zone. Gets knocked loose. Hornets pick it up. Hornets picking up, looking for centering option for a tip, and cleared by the Twisters. Tripping called on the Hornets. They did stop the clock here to put the penalty on the board. 5:38 remaining first period. This puts the Twisters on a power play. Hornets are going to clear the zone and dump it down. Rohe skating up with it. It's deflected by the Hornets. Covered by Miller. Taking it out. Hornets trying to deny him from even exiting the zone. Gets a good clear. Johnson got a stick on it. Try to push it back. Johnson. Nelson's going to pick it up. Zastrow's got it. Pushing it through the neutral zone. Hornets taking it back into their zone. Going to try to fling it out back to neutral ice. Johnson's there. Intercepts it. Leaves it out in neutral ice as Hornets do dump it in. 15 seconds left of the power play. Nelson skating hard with it up. Good stick on from the Hornets. 3 seconds left of the power play. And the Hornets are back on full strength. Johnson picks it back up in our zone. Hornets take possession on the neutral ice. Takes a shot on goal, saved by Miller. Shots on goal from the blue line for the Hornets goes wide. Twisters try to clear the zone and a little too much sauce on it again. Bring it down for an icing on Schmidt. Taking the face off. Nelson's going to skate out with it. He's tied up by a few Hornets and forces a turnover. A little collision mid-ice. We have offsides on the Hornets. Race off with Biesell. Biesell's getting off to it, and Hornets are able to clear. Entering back into the zone. Schmidt tying up her man. Twisters going to clear it with Biesell there. One-on-one opportunity. Gets tied up with the shot that goes behind the net. Off to the races again. Hornets going to try the ring around the boards. They hit their man. Skated out of the zone. They're in the neutral zone skating hard in. 1-on-2 hockey. Gets past Nelson. Shot on goal. Saved by Miller. possession over to Anderson, who takes a bad bounce off the boards. As Hornets are trying to pass it up, DeZeeuw puts a stick on it, forcing the Hornets to take back up. Next at the zone, they're going to dump it in, takes a shot on goal, gets deflected back in the corner by Miller. Hornets ringing around the boards. Anderson trying to tie him up. Puck gets loose and gets knocked back to the blue line. And saved by Miller. That'll be the end of the second period. Twisters 0, Hornets at 6. Taking the drop for the Twisters. But Hornets taking advantage of this and entering the zone. Out front. Covered or in? In for the Hornets. Take possession. The Twisters are able to push it in. Hornets taking it back around the net. They hit their man out in center, skating through neutral zone, pass it up. Turned over by Phenow, but back in the neutral zone, Hornets pick it back up. Zastrow forcing his hand, and he's going to take a shot on goal. Hits off the pad. Looking for some cleanup, not able to get there. Hornets coming in. Missed an opportunity for the Hornets. Taking another shot. Ferguson ties up his man. Johnson's got the puck, skating through neutral zone. For his man, Biesell, gets it over Johnson. Looking for a centering option for Ferguson. Didn't quite make it there. Biesell takes a shot on goal, just goes on the corner there. Loose puck. win the draw, skating it out of the zone. Got Nelson back on defense, but he skates right by him. Shot on goal goes wide. Hornets still has the possession. They're looking to trying to do a wraparound, but denied by Biesell. Biesell's going to skate out with, gets its stick popped out. Well, it still has possession. Biesell's looking for Rohe. Just gets intercepted over by Hornets, but another turnover by the Twisters. Dumps it into the corner. Hornets picking it up. They're skating out with it. Enters in the neutral zone, enters into the Twister zone. Looking for, there it is, centering option. Hornets going to take a shot. Covered by Miller. Gets off their stick as they exited the zone. Johnson tries to take a shot. Hornets are going to put a little too much sauce on it, but no, we have to play it as they put it right on the net. Otherwise, that would have been icing. Ferguson trying to get it clear, but Hornets are going to be picking it up. They pass it up in the corner. Johnson's there to help out, trying to push out the puck. Good stick on it by DeZeeuw. Sorry, Ferguson. But Hornets are still picking up in the neutral zone. Takes a shot on goal. Gloved by Miller. I didn't see it, but Johnson's in the box, putting this on Twisters on a penalty kill. 4-on-5 hockey. Rohe taking the drop. Push over to Nelson. Covered by Miller. Taking possession after the faceoff. Shot on goal, saved by Miller. It's passing over the other side. Miller puts a pad on it, goes deep into the corner. Hornets back at the blue line, going to take a shot. Gloved by Miller. Shot on Miller, but Miller pokes it away. No icing for the Twisters. 27 seconds left on the penalty kill. Hornets entering the zone. Tries to get tied up with DeZeeuw. Shot on goal goes high over the net. Not out of play. Nelson's going to have it. He's going to send it down for a good clear. 5 seconds left on the penalty kill. Johnson back out of the box. 5-on-5 hockey as we're back at full strength. Rohe circling back, looking for a pass out, but just gets a little bit outside for the Hornets as they try to enter and offsides being called. 7 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the game. puck drop. 1. Turned over to the Hornets. Zastrow trying to tie up his man. Schmidt tries to get a puck out of the zone, but doesn't quite make it. Hornets take their possession. Skating up, going to look for a shot on goal. Takes a wicked bounce just on the outside of the hole. Hornets still has possession. They're looking for an option to shoot here. Pass back to the blue line. They take a shot. Good clear by the Twisters, forcing the Hornets to have to take up. Do so right at the blue line, right in the nick of time. Along the board somewhere. There it is. Phenow's going to skate up with it. He's got a couple of Hornets off. Back of the net, looking for Zastrow, looking for a potential on net, but didn't quite make it there. Hornets trying to clear. They do get a good clear. We got Nelson back on defense. Takes a shot on goal, saved by Miller. Zastrow battling out. Ferguson's got the puck and ties up his man, but Hornets still taking back possession. Phenow gets a good skate on it and bounces it out. Back into the zone, but Hornets get a turnover and they're going to dump it into the zone. Looked like the ref was going to call something, but something got tied up. Now he's looking for a pass over Zastrow. Zastrow's going to pick it up. Looking for a good dump in. Ferguson off to the races to behind the net. Hornets get the puck past him. Zastrow battled it out. He got a turnover taken by right in the neutral zone. He's coming up high. Takes a shot on goal. And goaltender saved. Hornets taking it back out into the zone. Looking for a shot, saved by Miller. Hornets taking back possession. Hornets putting them back in the net. Making it goal number 8. Taking a drop from the Twisters. Push it back over to Rohe. Rohe's going to look for potential of passing it. Puts it up. Anderson's going to take possession. Takes a shot on goal. I believe it might have hit the back of the goaltender and bounced back in. One on the board for the Twisters. Had some debris on the ice, taken care of by Anderson. Schmidt's going to dump it in. See if the Twisters can find a little bit more. Hornets entering the zone. Getting tied up. Centering option for the Hornets. They're going to see a shot on goal, gloved by Miller. 2 minutes left of the game. Hornets sliding it over to the other side. Twisters taking it out of the zone. Looking for a pass up to Rohe. Roy's got it. Good option as he tried to put it over the Hornets' head, back over to Biesell, but couldn't quite get it there as the Hornets put a glove on it, blocked it down. Johnson's going to pick it up. Tried to dump it back in, but bounces off the Hornet. This will put the Twisters on a power play for the remainder of the minute and 14 seconds. Oh, opportunity here. Biesell had a bouncing puck over the goaltender. Back to the line. Nelson's going to take a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Few words getting exchanged by Hornets and Rohe. Good option from Johnson up, looking for a one-timer in for Rohe. Ferguson rounding the corners back to Nelson. Johnson gets a stick on it. Hornets able to clear. Nelson back in the zone, skating with it. 40 seconds left of the game. Looking for his man. Roy's going to pick it up. Looking for centering option. Oh, puts it on net, but good kick save out by the goaltender. Seconds remain here in the game. And that will be the game. 45 shots on goal for the Hornets, 12 shots on goal by the Twisters. Twisters did fall short, 1-8.